Hi, I'm Will.
I'm Norm.
Norm, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. You were on vacation.
I know.
All of it last week. Welcome back.
I hadn't been on vacation in ages.
You look even tanner than before, as tan as your complexion can allow.
This is full dark for me. I'll start pasting back down immediately.
Use sunscreen, Will.
I did. I always do. How do you think you maintain this without sunscreen?
Well, we are back and ready to get into more quick looks.
While I was gone,
yes, you tested these. The Bowers Wilkins P3 headphones.
You know, these are travel headphones, and I was traveling.
It would have made more sense
I could have totally done this.
To wear them and take them, but it's all right. Well, Bowers Wilkins, they're a high-end audio company. They have speakers, headphones, speaker docks, professional audio.
They're the Nautilus people.
They are the Nautilus people.
You really like their headphones. You're wearing a pair of P5s that you bought yourself.
Last year, they released the P5 headphones. Yes. They're very high-end headphones. They're made with New Zealand sheepskin.
It's
and
supple.
If you remember, at CS I put them on, and they were quite comfortable.
Yeah, I don't want to suggest anything, but you were very really happy.
I love these headphones, but they're $300.
That's a lot of money for a pair of headphones.
Just for headphones. So Bowers Wilkins released a more affordable, for the price-conscious customer, pair of headphones, the P3s. And they're not only different in construction, but also a little sound quality.
Well, hold on. You say more affordable.
$200.
That's still really expensive for a lot of people for headphones.
33% cheaper.
It is. That's good math.
Than $300 headphones.
Okay, so I put them on a little while ago, listened to them for 5 minutes. The initial takeaways I had are that the sound isn't as good. It doesn't sound like it's coming from inside your head like you get with the P5, which is one of the big things I like about the P5s.
The P5s, they do that for two reasons. Because they have 40mm drivers, and the P3 only have 30mm drivers.
Oh, that's 25% less.
Of course. But driver size, driver quality is going to be different. You can't really equate those.
Yeah.
What really makes a big difference is the cushioning. So on the P5s, you have the sheepskin.
Yes.
And they're on-ear headphones. Both of these are on-ear headphones. They squeeze against your ears, so comforting, and also block sound out. So I could wear these on a bus, on an airplane, have no problem, and it really muffles all the sound
around you.
On the P3s, they use fabric. Instead, it still has the memory foam, a little bit
seems a little thinner.
But it is thinner, it's lighter, more lightweight. The sound doesn't sound like it's coming from inside your head.
And this fabric seems like it might chafe the ears. My ears are a little bit raw already, just from wearing them for just a few moments.
Well, I did wear these when we went to Seattle on an airplane, and also on Muni rides, bus rides. And
loud public environments is what you're saying.
They were comfortable for wearing more than an hour at a time.
Okay.
I could take a nap in them, but they did not block out the sound. And the sound really feels like it's coming from on the ear, not from inside the head.
It's interesting you say that, because one of the other things I noticed is that at the same volume level when listening to a music source, these were noticeably quieter than the P5s.
Yes.
At the mid-level source with the P5s, which are already kind of soft headphones, they were painfully loud. These were perfectly comfortable. So
and when you say soft, it's not that they're too quiet. It's that the sound doesn't feel as encompassing. It doesn't feel like it's all around you, that there's nothing between you and the sound.
It's difficult to get a pair of P5s painfully loud without using an amp or something like that.
But the audio quality is still very good.
Yeah.
They're very clear and crisp without being tinny. So, for example, the Bose AE2s I tested a while ago were also clear, but a little bit tinny.
Okay.
The mids on these are great. So when you're talking about like pop songs, melodic songs, acoustic songs, you're gonna get a lot of that acoustics. You're gonna get guitars, strings, you're gonna hear a lot of the good mids.
Everything's very distinct. I loaded up the Fez soundtrack, which actually is very kind of chimey, and there's a lot of different intonations, very crisp. Sounded great with these. It sounds better with the P5s, but it still sounds very good.
But as with the P5s, both these headphones are not great with the low end, with the bass. So if you listen to, for example, dubstep, you're not gonna feel the drops at all.
No heavy drops?
No feeling the drops.
Nobody wants light drops.
Yeah. So other big difference is these are collapsible. So they're made for travel. You can fold them in. They do come with a case. I think the case is a little large. You gotta fold them in.
Oh, there we go.
There you go. And
wait, you say they have a case?
There is a case.
Would you hold that for a sec?
Oh my God, this is a massive case.
That's a big
for
case.
For a pretty compact pair of headphones.
One thing that I immediately noticed with the case is in order to get it to fit in, you have to readjust the headphones every time you take them out.
And so both our heads aren't massive, but we still had to adjust them out to put them on because they're so tight otherwise.
Yeah.
So I would say don't travel with the case. The case is nice to keep at home storage. Like the P5s, there is an inline remote and also the microphone.
Oh, and is it the 3-button Apple remote?
3-button Apple remote does work with
convenient.
Android phones. The microphone is excellent.
It does?
It does. This one,
the main button only
main
works.
button, yes.
Yeah, the volume up, volume down do not.
I do not like that the headphone cable comes out from both ears, so you can wrap this around your head. It's not as easy to take off.
You have to do the behind the ear number where it's up there.
With the P5, it's just from one ear, and so it's really easy to throw them off.
Do you do that thing where you run it down the back of your jacket so that okay.
No.
I was gonna say.
Don't run the cord down your shirt.
That's bad.
Not cool.
And of course, you can replace the headphones, the cables, which is vital in a pair of headphones.
You can just
it's expensive.
throw off the pad, and you can replace the headphones. With the P5s, my headphones did break after a year of use, and I had to get them replaced. So it really is the connector at the end that I think is a little flimsy.
Okay, yeah. I mean, your sheath comes off, right?
Yeah, definitely comes off.
Yeah, it's not. I place for improvement. So $200.
$200. I think because Bowers and Wilkins are really marketing these as travel headphones, I don't think they're the ideal travel headphones. I would actually recommend the Bose AE2s, which are $150, and over these, those are over the ear headphones, not on ear. I think those are better for travel.
I like buds for travel personally. I jam them in your ear and then put in your pocket.
Yeah.
I can see how these would not get loud enough to block out noise on an airplane or something like that.
Plus, if you're spending a lot of money on headphones just to listen at home or play video games, I think these are a little too flimsy for at-home listening.
Well, and a pair of big over ears are always going to be better if you don't have to carry them around with you.
Save your money. If you really want premium set headphones, I still recommend the P5s.
They're 50% more.
They are 50% more or a third. This is the third less, but this is 50% more. It's math.
Math lessons here at Tested today.
But they are good, nice headphones. A little
nice.
Pricey. They are good headphones.
That is overwhelming recommendation from Norman Chan. Until next time, I'm Will.
I'm Norm.
See you guys later.
Bye.